Good evening, folks, and welcome to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. I am your host, romantic funny man, Shawn Cornelius, and I have a wonderful, wonderful guest in the building tonight. So you can actually see her right now smiling, but she's kind of like in the green room type of situation right now. So basically, we're going to let her sit there for a second while you watch the loveliness and I introduce her. So this is fantastic. So hopefully you guys, if this is up on, I see it up on Facebook. We are now streaming live. Hopefully everybody, there are people watching. I'm going to set myself up and you don't want to hear me talking 2 and 3 times in the echo. So somebody just flashed their heart. So obviously somebody can see it. Oh, on the show tonight, I have the wonderful and lovely, oh man, she's talented. She's got a lot of energy, goodness gracious, great balls of fire type. She's an entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. She's an actress now. Yes, she's an actress. and just recently, she speaks out on Facebook about men doing certain things that men, I guess, shouldn't be doing. So if you guys are out there, you can make your comments. I don't see your comments yet, but I do see that it is live. So hopefully we can get, all right, there you go. I see smoke is on. So we're perfect. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show tonight. We're going to have a great conversation with Anita Marie Sparrock. Welcome her to the show. Good evening.
Hello and good evening, everyone.
Welcome to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. That be me, you know.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. There's been so many people that have been ready and waiting for this situation for you. I don't know what it is about what you did or what you was doing, but you are now social media celebrity just in like 24 hours because of that one post. So I hope all these people come in and make their comments, and well, we're gonna have a good time. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm ready to get into it. So let's not waste any time. I got definitely a full show with you tonight. We're gonna talk about you and you and you. And I may slide 1% of me in there, but not necessarily. But we're going to just talk about you and all the things that you're doing. Because since I met you just about a year or so ago, you've been very busy. You've been very busy, and I've seen a different side of you. But for the people that don't know who Anita is, please take a minute or two and just introduce yourself to the people out there, and then we'll get going.
Okay. Well, as some of you know and some of you don't know, my name is Anita Marie Sparrock. I am a Brooklyn native. I have lived in New York all of my life. I am a mother. I am a businesswoman and an entrepreneur. I've done some modeling and I recently started acting. But to go back to the mother, I'm a mother of 2 young sons, Maximus and Sebastian.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. Look, and the smile is just lighting up the room. Not even that light behind you, but the smile is fantastic.
Thank you.
Cold November night, and I obviously, yes, I met you through the acting stuff first. I don't want to let you know that James Darren Hicks says, "Hey, Anita." That's exactly how he spelled it out. And Rick says, "Smoke is in the building." Mike Ice. Got 10 people on Facebook. So
awesome.
So let's just start with, because the juicy stuff, the acting stuff is kind of juicy. Mother, of course, and I know of your 2 young men. How is it now with you dealing with the pandemic and everything? Because as a parent, not having my children here because they're basically grown, but the little ones with your mom, no worries. But
right,
24 hours a day now. You teachers more, don't you?
Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, I totally feel and have a whole new respect for teachers. My very best friend of 40 years is a teacher. God bless them. My hats go off to them. They have really done a phenomenal job with this transition. But personally, it has been challenging. I am a single mom of these two young boys, 10 and 8. I work from home, so they're also homeschooling, or distance learning as it's now called. So it's a juggle. It's definitely a juggle trying to get them squared away. You know, they're up at 5 because they're used to my schedule when I used to have to physically go into work.
Right.
And they're up at 5 even on the weekends. Y'all pray for me, please. So, you know, so it's a struggle because, you know, you have one who's independent, one not so much. You know, so it's the coaxing and trying to, you know, get them squared away and reiterated while also trying to get my work done throughout the day. It's definitely a struggle. It's not as easy as it looks. I know a lot of people see a lot of my pictures that I post on a regular.
Right.
That's the few minutes I may have to myself in a day to take a selfie. But it's definitely a challenge. It's you know, the children don't want to go into school because they fear the virus, you know. So it's definitely a challenge, you know, just trying to maneuver and talking to them about possibly re-entering school at some point and hopefully future.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Well, no, but you're doing it, and that's the
Yes.
best. That's the best thing, and I love the strength of a woman. I got to give you praise. So
Thank you.
all of the women out there that are doing it and handling it, come on, fellas. I know you're like, what about the men? We're not talking about you right now. Basically, just communicating about the ladies, and I'll get to the men on testosterone Thursday. But basically, you're handling your business, and that's an awesome thing. Yeah, so let's move into the business side of the situation because you start, well, you're wearing lovely pieces. Are these pieces that you actually sell out there online?
Absolutely. I am an independent paparazzi consultant, and the jewelry that I wear is also the jewelry that I post almost on a daily basis. So this is definitely one of the pieces from the Z collection that just came out last month. Z collections are a little heavier in weight than the usual jewelry that you'll see me post daily. So they cost a little bit more, but it's still relatively inexpensive. It fits most budgets. This piece is $25 and it comes with the earrings.
Right.
And most of the jewelry that I post is just $5, you know, and everything is lead and nickel free, hypoallergenic. You know, it's just really great quality at an affordable price. So, you know, it's definitely something worth looking into. I enjoy it. It brings me a lot of joy. Just, you know, it gives me the opportunity to glam myself up just to take the picture and post it. And the feedback that I get from it is just, it's all worth it. It really is.
Great, great. Well, that's fantastic. And I know about your stuff because I basically, I wash and stay clean with some of the soaps, the liquid soap that I got from you, which is awesome in itself. So you're doing a lot of that. The name of the soaps?
The name of the soaps, that's another business that I just started early this year in March, right at the heart of the pandemic. So it's maxandsebisoaps.com. Definitely go on that. And it's, again, this is a business that I started right at the heart of the pandemic. I had just lost that assignment that I was working on because they shut the building down. And in an effort to create multiple streams of income, I decided, you know what, I need to do something that the children can participate in, that is safe and it's fun. And I wanted to teach them how to save money. I wanted to teach them about finances, which is something we didn't grow up with when we were younger.
Right.
And the importance of, you know, being an entrepreneur and working for themselves and investing in themselves. So all of the soaps are natural. They're, you know, great for, I actually created it because my youngest has eczema. And I was tired of spending $20 on a jar of liquid soap or cream to help soothe the eczema. So I started just looking online for more natural products that are, you basically have most in your cabinet. And then, just add a few little oils here and there, and voila, you've got some soaps. I made some lip balm, some liquid soaps. It's really taken off very nicely, and I'm excited about it. And the children actually participate. They help make the soap with me. They help package, and the youngest one actually names a lot of them. So it's really fun. I'm looking forward to the new, the Christmas season coming up. So I'll be working on some new products this weekend.
That's great. I don't know who James is, but James is acting like he's my director or something. Talk about that soap in capitals. I used it this morning. American Dad, awesome stuff she makes. Love it. All right, James. Didn't I just say
James is actually my deacon, and he actually helped design the website. So he's a true supporter.
Yeah,
love him.
James, didn't I start talking about the soap, brother? All right, I got you. I got this. We ain't gonna rename the show James and Shawn After Dark. I got you covered, bro. He said I made a mess, but Anita makes awesome soap. All right, James, talk to the people. James is just constantly talking over there. So anyway, okay, that's great. That is fantastic, because I might need some of that lip balm, this stuff. So I'm gonna reach out to that level.
Definitely.
I want to get all this business stuff out the way, because we get into it after dark a little bit, and there's some things that I definitely need to touch base on with you tonight. And I think a lot of the people are here because they might have seen that, and you're going to have to recreate that post. But let's go a little bit more into business. All right, so we got the soaps and we got the jewelry. We talked about the young brothers. We met about a year or so ago,
right,
through my partner at the time, working on Whatever It Takes, the movie,
right.
Blood Runs Cold. And I met you through that. You came on, and through the magic of television, oh my goodness. There you go.
Like Harpo, who that
woman? look at the acting, folks. Oh, look at the facial on that intense actress with no lines. That says a lot of stuff. Now, was this your first movie or your first film? I'm not even going to get in the way of it. I'm just going to let it sit up there so people can see it.
Yes,
film.
That is my first film. I was so excited to be, I was just an extra in that film, and actually got quite a bit of screen time, much to my surprise. So shout out to Omar for introducing me. And it's just taken off from there. I've really had a great time doing that.
Yes, you did. And then we move on to this right here. I don't know who those people are.
Right. Well,
no
love without you. Yes, that's my first speaking role. It's a short, and I was really excited to work on that with you. I was very humbled and so proud that you asked me to participate in that. I'm really looking forward to that being put out. Everyone's anxious and been asking about it a lot too.
Yeah. Well, let's not get James started. Basically, I saw such promise when the no speaking stuff in the film. I said, okay, she can talk, she can do whatever. Let's see what happens. But you did an excellent job. And as a matter of fact, like most stars they do of movies and films and all those other short films, most of them, when they do a talk show, they bring clips. Did you bring a clip?
Oh yes. I forget which one are we going into? There's two more.
Yeah. So well, you also did Confessions.
Yes.
We just finished. We wrapped Confessions, another short film that I was able to write, and again, you played that fantastically. And I actually probably can grab that one. I tell my people back in the back, the producers,
to pull that one up.
Yeah, pull it up. We'll figure something out. But
okay.
You know what? In the second half, let's do the clips in the second half.
Okay.
Yeah, right when we take a break and come back, we'll jump right into that clip, and then or close off. We'll just see what happens. But we're gonna show that clip, and I'll possibly get that Confessions, a piece of that. So how do you feel? What's your feeling about being an actress? How are you feeling that?
I am so excited about it. It's something, ironically, that I never really thought about doing, but once I got into it, I really loved it. And then, the roles just started coming in back to back. So I am super excited about all of the roles that I've been asked to participate in. And I'm extremely excited about what's to come. Um, it just makes me so proud that even at this late stage in my life, that there's still room to develop and reinvent yourself.
Right.
So I'm looking forward.
You definitely have to keep that mentality, because I
Yeah.
learned after a while as well that regardless of age, now, especially now, which is a really good time for it,
Right.
you're valuable. As long whatever your talents give you, you're valuable. So you have to just continue to believe that, keep nurturing them, and you never know what's going to happen. Like last year you didn't know, now you ended up in 3 pieces.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So you have to just continue to believe in yourself, believe in your God, and know that He's blessed you with the ability to do anything that you want to do. So that's an awesome feeling. I was very happy and honored to have you, because when we did work on No Love Without You, it being your first one, there was the nervousness, there was the butterflies, and there was the whole things. I don't want to tell all the stuff. I don't want to tell all the stuff that happened. But somebody, when you see No Love Without You, there's a magazine. I don't want to tell you. We'll tell you after it comes out so you can see. But we don't want to tell you what's in the magazine. But anyway, you did an awesome job, and I was so happy because it was my vision. And it's always a wonderful thing when you have someone who can bring your vision to life and do some things with it that you don't even see because of who they are personality-wise. So it was great. Then we jumped into Confessions, and Confessions was definitely it was a change. It was serious, but it wasn't serious, but it was serious.
Right.
And you had a serious message,
Right.
but you didn't have to like a serious character. So why don't you tell them about the character and your role in Confessions?
Well, in essence, okay, sorry, my screen went dark there, went to sleep. In essence, in Confessions, my character's name is Essence, and we each have a confession. So my character kind of brings a little bit of breaks the levity, if you will, between the others, because the others are so serious. And the confession is that I have an issue with financial abuse, which I think most people have had at some point in their lives, especially if you didn't come up, learning about proper finance. And so I was so excited that you asked me to participate in that. It's a monologue, about 3 minutes long. And I was super, super nervous, even though I had worked with you previously. But it was just a great, great role. I really enjoyed it, and very proud to have been asked to be a part of it.
You did an awesome job. You really did, and this was a serious piece for me, and everybody did such wonderful work. Tyreek says that you took your role in Confessions seriously. My wallet was missing after the shoot. Yeah, so I didn't know.
We're supposed to share that, Tyreek.
I didn't know that. I swear I didn't know it. So, whatever, that's your business.
I needed some material.
So, you know what we can do, since it's kind of like my program. Let's do something funky here. Let's switch up the gears, and let me just go ahead and share my screen, right? And let's go to this and just share a little bit of Confessions to the folks. How about that?
That's awesome.
Right, let's check it out really quickly.
Anyway. Boston, Las Vegas, Texas, and even in Miami. The thrill of it was orgasmic. And I did it wherever I wanted to. The bad part was I had to steal to get what I wanted, to satisfy my wants, my needs, and my desires. The good part was I got what I wanted, but I did it with my mom, my dad, my boyfriend, and my girlfriend.
Let's pause right there. I like that. I like that conversation. To be honest with you, I don't need to see no more. I don't need to see any more.
It's so misleading.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be misleading, but it sounded good. And you said James is your deacon?
I'm sorry?
James.
My deacon.
Deacon James, what'd you think about that clip? But yeah, I had to close it there because I didn't want to give away all the juicy stuff inside there. Talked about it a little bit, but congratulations. Kudos.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That was awesome. That was a wonderful deal. So you guys make sure you catch Confessions when it comes out. I like to speak things into existence, but
Yes.
I don't want to say or put the cart before the horse. But Confessions is going to be doing some wonderful things soon. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be doing some wonderful things soon. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So
thank you. I feel like such a celebrity.
This is where you are. This is what it is. So we're gonna stay here, but in about a few minutes we're gonna go for a break. But tell them about No Love Without You without telling them about No Love Without You, basically.
No Love Without You is another short that delves into relationships and what their definition of love is from the male perspective and the female perspective. And it ultimately, at the end of it, it's all about how much they actually love each other. So it's without giving out too much information.
You see me over here biting my lip, I'm like, all right. Too much. But yes, you explained it fantastically. It is about communication and the communication that couples go through. Where it comes from, where I wrote it, it was just basically you can still get to the same place, but you don't have to get there the same way.
Right.
And that's basically what No Love Without You is. And let me pop up the flyer again so that maybe they'll get a better understanding of it. Yeah. So if you look at the flyer, and then you see the flyer, what it looks like. So basically, you guys gotta look out for that one too. But Anita did such an awesome job in both of them. I'm sure she's going to be doing some more lovely work in the future, acting wise, doing some really fantastic things. So we're going to get into the sauce in a minute. We're going to get into the sauce. And
go get your drink.
I gotta change the color. I gotta change the color of the light. Hold on. This one don't have the red one, but I gotta change that. It's kind of red, but I gotta change the color of my lighting because we're gonna get into this sauce. Again, first I want to thank you for helping me with my visions. I appreciate it so much, and that's all jokes aside. Again, for just being so willing to help, and also you also participated on the backside of my prequel to Whatever It Takes the movie Baker by doing, we didn't mention that yet, makeup. That's right. Your MUA.
Thank you.
It's makeup for me, some makeup for me on Baker, as well as Chanel from Chanel Angelique. You guys did an awesome job in making me pretty, handsome, pretty. But how long have you been doing makeup?
Oh gosh, I actually just came up on, I think it's been my 5th anniversary of it. I went to Christine Valmet School for Aesthetics and Makeup. And it's something that I have actually always had an interest in. Again, something I developed late in life. It went literally from someone who never really wore makeup to having such a passion for it now, where I would wear it almost every day, when I was physically going into the office. And now it's like, okay, what can I do you know, to really enhance my experience on it. So whenever, you know, I'm posting, it's makeup because I'm posting a picture. And then of course, those pictures get into the sauce that we're going to get into later.
Yes, they do. So, well, that's awesome because again, you
Yeah.
did a wonderful job on going.
Thank you.
Here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and do the clip for "No Love Without You," and then we'll keep the whole half hour for this sauce because I know you're ready, and I know the people are ready, and I'm ready because you know we After Dark is about no judgments, or we're free to talk about anything we like to talk about. I like to still educate as we have fun and have people comment and learn. So I want to do that. So let's go ahead though, and let's go ahead and juggle the clip. And you got to do it like you're a star sitting on the couch, which you are you're sitting on your couch, but
Right.
you introduce the film clip, and we're gonna rock this one too for a hot second before we have a break. All right, so it's ready. You ready? Count it down, and then you introduce the movie and clip. Hit it.
Okay. So this is No Love Without You, starring myself and Shawn Cornelius.
Come on, get it together, girl.
Spell love for me, baby.
L-U-V.
That is not how you spell love.
That's how I spell it. But just because you spell it differently, it still means the same thing.
How come you always got to go against the grain?
Because going with the grain is boring, and you know it. You do it too.
No, I don't. What do you mean?
Look at us. You're caramel, and I'm deep dark chocolate.
So?
So, to my understanding or my knowledge, you've never been dipped or dipped deep dark chocolate until me.
You're so fresh. Yes, that is true. And I didn't make a bad choice either.
No, I know you didn't. Ready?
I am.
Are you sure?
Yes, baby, I said I am.
You know the rules.
Yes, I do.
You are. That's all I'm gonna give him. That's all I'm gonna give him.
It's such a tease.
I can't give him no more. I can't give him no more.
I was getting into it. I'm like, ooh.
Can't give them no more. They gotta wait and watch. And part of me was like, go ahead, Shawn, show the whole thing.
Right.
Tonight. But that's not the version. You know what I mean? That's not
Right.
the version. So that basically is you guys give it up for you getting so much love on Facebook. The hearts are going up and all that is good stuff.
Awesome.
So that it's gonna be great. You know, maybe one day you come on back and I'll debut it and we'll hang out. But it's gonna be out.
Awesome.
It's been put in film festivals. That's why I say there's things that are going to be happening with some of the stuff that I've done. I just can't bring it all the way out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, they're saying, wow, and awesome. You guys haven't even seen, that was just a piece of it. So I'm going to make sure that it's available to everyone, and then confessions as well. Anita, listen, I'm going to take a short break. All right.
Okay.
Then we're going to come back and get into the saucy sauce and all the things that you might not want to talk about, but you want to talk about, you know, your point of view on men, your point of view on women, relationships, love, romance, intimacy, sex, exotic, erotic, all that kind of stuff. So everybody on Facebook, you guys stay tuned, and you guys out there stay tuned. This is After Dark with Shawn Cornelius, and we have the wonderfully talented and saucy Anita Marie Sparrock in the house. So we'll be right back after this short break.
Go get your popcorn.
All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius and my special guest tonight, Anita Sparrock. We had a full, very full first half. You saw the lady do her thing as a mom, she told you about, as an entrepreneur with the soaps and the jewelry, as an actress. So that was a very full first half. Now, we're going to get into something that I didn't even know. I didn't even see it. But this is going to be the hot second half. So let's jump in and just first, for people that didn't see it, tell them what happened. You posted something about men, and yeah, my gender's kind of stupid sometimes. But please tell them what caused you to post what you posted the other day, the content of the post, and what you told me.
Well, the post was basically putting someone on, I can't even call him a gentleman because clearly he was not. I have been receiving quite a few inboxes of unsolicited photographs of men and their penis. Not to mention, some even go so far as to send videos of themselves pleasuring themselves. And it is utterly frustrating, disgusting, and just unacceptable. And I've had it.
Okay, well, wait, can I pause you really quick and ask you a question?
Sure.
Is it unacceptable and disgusting because you didn't ask for it, or is it just really unacceptable and disgusting because it's just utterly disgusting? Because if you
no, because it's unsolicited. I did not ask for this.
Okay, so that makes it disgusting. I got you. Because you
right.
don't even know that penis.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry. Continue. Exactly. I just want to make sure. So that means if it was solicited, you'd be kind of okay with it, not inside the inbox though.
But it's also not something that I would put on social media.
True.
You know?
True. And don't forget, Deacon is still on the live listening.
Oh, he's well aware. Deacon and I talk every day.
I just have to add that in there because he hasn't said anything in a minute. So I know something is coming, but I'm sorry, continue.
Right. So my post was just speaking out on the fact that this is not acceptable to me. It's not something that I go out searching for. You know, I post my pictures on almost a daily basis for business purposes, clearly. And I get that those pictures, they warrant a lot of responses, likes, and even friend requests. I get that. What I will not tolerate is that type of behavior. It's immature. And like I said, it's unsolicited. So if you are doing that, what makes you think that that's going to attract a woman of any great caliber? That's not how to get me. That's not how to get my attention. If anything, it's going to get you blocked and reported and deleted.
Definitely, you know what? I'm not going to defend anybody who does that unsolicited, but I have to honestly say, we can't. This is my total about men and women. Men are stupid, women are crazy. Okay, so men will do stupid things like that because we don't put in our head that every woman is not the same. Now, whoever's doing these things might have dealt with women who appreciated that and can't even put it in his head rational. No, this is not the same woman I just dealt with or whatever. So every woman, every chick wants it, because I've seen a lot of females post about that, and I just don't understand the fact, but that, you know what I mean, you would do that to someone you don't even know.
Right. Sorry. Unfortunately, you have some women, you know, because I'm not going to put this all on men. Right. Women are guilty of doing the same.
Yes, they are.
And it's unfortunately those women that make the men think that it's acceptable to do that with all women.
Right.
And we have to do better as a woman. as a man, primarily, let's just put first as a woman, we have to do better. You have to know your worth. If you're putting your stuff out there for everyone to see, what makes you think you're going to get anyone of real quality? You know, and what I've been encountering is that, you know, these men who allege themselves to be interested always lead with sex. And to me, that is not what's going to draw me in. You can get sex anywhere, okay? What is going to draw me is your consistency, your ability to have a decent conversation and to maintain that. Because at the end of the day, once the sex is over, what do you have? You have no substance. And that's what kills me. Don't come at me with sex. Don't lead with sex, because it's clearly telling me that's all you want.
Well, on one hand, at least that's good, because you know how to deal with that individual right off the bat.
Absolutely.
And not to
Absolutely.
deal, because sometimes we ask for honesty. We ask for, listen, don't lie to me. Tell me the truth.
Right.
I don't want to see a representative. So that's a kind of like a good thing when someone
Yes.
looks that way, because you get the opportunity. They don't take your options away, and you can be like,
Right.
listen, brother, thank you very much, but no thanks. Listen,
Right.
thank you very much. I got to be honest with you. I'll tell you like a 30-second story. I
Mhm.
ran into a young lady at the bodega down the end of the block from my house. Cute, attractive, whatever. So I was walking through, coming back to my house, and I came in my gate, and she walked past and came back, asked my name. I said so and so, so forth, so forth, so forth. Boom, bam. We talk, and then she goes, you know, I've seen you before, and that's that old whatever. Okay, maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But she came out and said to me, listen, I'd like to be your plus one. I'm like, first of all, I didn't even know I had somebody at this
You
moment.
had a one.
You get plus one. But she was like, yeah, you know, this and that and the whole lies. And like, now I'm thinking, who have you been dealing with that you can approach me like that?
Right.
And I'm a man, stupid, but I ain't stupid. You know what I mean? Like, if you're approaching
Right.
me like that and you're just so easy on that level, she must obviously has done and using her wares, and other guys have accepted
Someone
that.
else.
Like, nah, that's okay. No, thank you,
Right.
sweetheart. I'm older now too, you know. I don't really get. You got to be careful of people.
Absolutely.
Who did you just
Absolutely.
offer that to? If you come in to offer that to me,
Exactly.
So I like people who are very honest, who will come out
Mhm.
their face, so I can go, nah, no thanks. I appreciate that.
Right.
But
Right.
I think, like you even said, we even talked earlier before this about it's on both sides of it, and it's who you possibly have as friends on Facebook
Right.
that they connect and see you connected with. No name
Right.
being called to protect the innocent.
Right.
But whatever somebody chooses to do, it's fine for them to do. But
Right.
let's talk about that without calling any names, because you're connected to friends who might have an alternative lifestyle or who
Right.
might be a little bit extra.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. And there another example, gentleman inboxed me. Can't really say gentleman, but for the sake of that, let's just put it there. Inboxed me because of an association that I have with a Facebook friend who has an alternative lifestyle, and thought that I was carrying that same type of lifestyle.
Right.
And I said, no, boo-boo. You see my pictures. Everything is always classy. You're never going to see me with TNA out. Never. And for those who don't know what TNA is, tits and ass, you will never see my stuff exposed.
But
okay,
let's throw the devil's advocate in here.
Right.
We know people who may not put it out there, but on the inside or the backside or behind the door,
right,
you have that, and there's some people who won't put that out there. So if these cats see the connection or think they see the connection, you may not be the one, but you're friends with that person. You may have that, but they just, look, this is what I see. I'm not defending anybody. I'm not condoning anything on that level. You need to respect people, respect everybody.
Right.
We're getting a
And
lot
that's
of comments on Facebook. Denise says, my classy, elegant Anita, and James is starting again with a long conversation. But also Tyreek says Anita is definitely classy. James says classy always. So and I know you to be that. And I
right.
but again, we said we were going to talk about this. So let's get
Right. So to piggyback I had to finish off that conversation with this gentleman by letting him know, not that kind of party here. You know, we have an association, but that's as far as it goes. It was a work type of thing because we worked on, a particular film together, but no, that's not how it flows. And once I said that, didn't hear from that person anymore. So that clearly says to me, this is what you were looking for. And again, it is up to us to put our foot down. If you have any kind of self-worth, let them know from the jump, not that kind of party. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah,
and
you have to do that. Now let's flip it. If you're with someone and it's solicited, that's okay.
Of course, yeah.
And
there's nothing wrong with that. If you're with someone, yeah, that's something I would expect to keep the fire going in a relationship. But I don't want to get that on a daily basis from some random dude. Like,
well, the way you say it is random dudes. It's not just
yeah. Right.
Maybe they're a club.
And I've actually had, now that you say that, I've actually had, I think it was 1 or 2 women on 2 different social media, one on each social media, also approached me on that level. And I was like, sorry, not that kind of party.
Not just penis pictures, it's vagina stuff.
No, it wasn't vaginas, but they expressed and showed that they were in this particular lifestyle and they wanted to, I guess, be wanted to, I forget how the wording was, but basically I was to be the queen that they would serve me.
Yeah, I tell you, those lesbians, they're worse than men sometimes. I love them. I have no problem with anybody what your choice is, but sometimes they hard.
Yeah, so right. So I just make it very clear. Thank you, no thank you, not that kind of party.
What kind of party then? Because you don't like the inboxes and you don't like this. And what kind of party do you like? There's people. James says some people think that the pandemic has made some weak and available. And James, it has.
Yes.
It has. And that's not just the pandemic. It's just this is who people are. Some people want to take it and blame it or kind of just say, make it an excuse or justification. But people are who they are. Sometimes there are triggers, but 9 times out of 10, these dudes were sending pictures before the pandemic happened.
Exactly. Because this behavior took place long before the pandemic. I was getting this. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. From the time that I started my jewelry business and when I really started posting the pictures, that's when it really started taking off because the friend requests started to increase. So this is well over a year now that this has been going on.
Wait, weren't you doing at some point, weren't you doing bedtime stories?
I was doing bedtime stories, but they were children's stories. These are not.
I don't want to go there. Okay, so you never.
But I guess people have their fetishes.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there, but you know what I'm saying. Basically, right. So I thought that you started doing the adult bedtime stories. I know we talked about that at one point.
No.
Okay, but okay.
It was
so look, you could be in a potato sack, Anita. You can have a potato sack on. And it's probably going to happen regardless. I hate when women make the excuse that men are built a certain way, but now we're talking about women as well. But if someone's, it is what it is on whoever you are. Like you don't even have to be, and you are classy and you are sexy and you do, you put your persona out on Facebook. But I guarantee you, put a sheet on, not a white one. Put a sheet over yourself. And make it flowery, and I guarantee you somebody's going to have a fetish about flowers, and it's whatever it is.
Right.
So we know you. So we know you like certain levels of intimacy, obviously. So you're not a prude. You're not.
No, I'm not a prude at all. Not in the least. But I have my standards. You know, I want someone who's going to be respectable, someone who's going to be classy, someone who is going to be compassionate, who's going to be, above all else, God-fearing. Let's put that first. And someone that I can actually have adult conversation with, that doesn't always, like, can we have some conversations? Can we have some debates? Can you talk to me about anything? That's the kind of person I need to be involved with.
These guys are like, maybe after I show you my penis, we can get all that going on.
Absolutely not. I don't need to see you that way, because I'm like, okay, it's just like, you know what, it's a two-way street, because just like when a man would say, leave something to the imagination.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Women want that too.
Yeah,
you know, I don't want to come in and then when I see you, I'm like, all I'm seeing is your penis as your head.
Okay, now let me spray it down with the fire extinguisher, because it's not that started. Okay, because now I got to jump in kind of defense, not of that action. I'm just saying, since we're talking, there are a lot. I've dealt with it on a level because of, not just because of the entertainment business, but again, I've talked in my book about online internet dating and those types of things. And I don't think you'd be surprised. I don't think you might be surprised at the amount of women, because we know you ladies are more sexual than we are. You just don't put it out there. We know you're hornier than we are. We know you think about sex more than we do, but you're a little bit more classy with it.
Yeah, we're more discreet about it.
Okay, but again, there are some that totally are not.
Right.
And I've been told some things.
Oh, like, I've heard some stories.
I've been told some things. So it's kind of like, again, you got to respect. First of all, stop putting everybody in the same category. Stop in that group. You don't, when you move on to another person, or you try to meet another person, respect that slate that you see. You don't know.
Exactly.
If you were, like you were right, if you were on Facebook, you know, half naked, doing whatever, then I could see someone approaching you on that.
Right.
Level. You don't know what the situation is. And we all have levels that we do it on. You know, you have your business time. There's a time for everything.
Exactly. There's a time and place for everything.
Okay, so let's see where we are right now. The time is for me to ask you, what's a turn on for Anita sexually?
Oh boy.
This is why one young lady said, I'm not coming on that show, but like, you don't have to get detailed. Like, it could, you know, again, it could be conversation, because sometimes conversation leads to But so don't give away your secrets. This is not a dating show. I'm not trying to get you more pictures. So we know one of the turnoffs is sending pictures in your inbox. So fellas, don't do that. So now I know Brother James ain't putting scriptures in there.
He's deacon. He's deacon.
The garden with the prized roses takes time to grow and flourish. Relationships are those prized roses. That sounds like, all right, okay. I just had to, there's other people talking. I'm gonna get to some of these other ones, but that was a long one. So I had to see what he was talking about. So what is it? Give us a nice one that you can talk about on the show across the board. Something simple.
Mental stimulation. If you can mentally stimulate me where I'm like, okay, give me something to think about. You know, if you can get to that point where I'm like, just the thought of hearing your voice, the thought of getting that morning text, the thought of getting that call, if that in itself, because you're consistent about it, if that can give me some butterflies, that can take you far, okay? But be able to just be consistent. That's what, and have some substance. That's what is frustrating. It's been lacking. It's frustrating and it's lacking. I've been divorced for a little over 4 years and been single all that time by choice, primarily because I had to get myself together.
Right.
After the divorce, make sure I can't make anybody else happy unless I'm happy and I got myself together.
Exactly.
So I am finally, after 4 years, at that point where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to, get out and date. And then of course, now you have the pandemic. So that kind of put a damper on things.
Hold on,
But,
so let me interrupt you really quick. Let me write that down. Mental stimulation. It's not for me. I'm just saying that you sometimes ladies come up here. You ladies be throwing out
for a friend. You're taking notes for a friend, right?
Notes for a friend. Yes, that's not watching the show tonight.
Asking for a friend.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm at that point, where I'm, I'm like, okay, I'm in a good spot with work, with mental, with finances, with children, and counseling. It nothing to be ashamed about going to counseling. I think actually probably couples should do that. They might have better relationships in doing that.
Right.
But I'm there. I am happy within myself, and having that person to share that would only enhance it.
All right, so let me ask you a question, because I do hear the frustration in your voice. I see it. Does your frustration, though, do you think your frustration blocks you? Has it blocked you sometimes dealing with or trying to get? I mean, 4 years, it's a long time. And I know you said you're getting yourself together, which is, we all need to do that and have it together and have it right. But now, in the present, does that sometimes, because I know my patience, I don't have it all the time anymore. It's not that strong. Like if I see something coming that I just don't appreciate, I may give it a little bit, but I'm just like, whatever. You know what I mean? You're dancing on my last nerve. I don't need that negative energy. I don't need that energy in my life, period. Do you think you blocked yourself? You think you blocked your blessings because of where you are?
Absolutely not. Because what I've learned in all of this time, and more so within the last year, is how to read those flags.
Right.
And how to see the signs and to see the signals. So until I get the okay from the Lord to say, this is who I sent you, I haven't gotten that yet. So I'm in a good spot. I'm good. I'm not desperate. I am not hungry for, the companionship. I'm in a good spot. I'm ready to be in a place where, all right, Lord, I'm just waiting on you. I'm not going to rush just for the sake of being with someone. But whoever that person comes along, you got to come correct.
What do you do? What do you do though when you have those lonely nights? You're just alone. You're not really lonely. So what do you do? Do you have a hobby? Like, come on, we got to be real. I believe in myself.
To be real, you know what? I am a single parent. And like I mentioned in the beginning, my kids go to bed at 8 o'clock. Because I have 2 sons. The youngest one is basically special needs. So he requires a lot more attention. So by the time I get these boys settled, by 9 o'clock, mama is tired. So
I'm going to accept all of that, but I'm asking you, because I know they still come. You still have them regardless of how tired you are.
Right.
It may not come after your kids go to sleep. It may come at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So let's be honest and be real. And I get it that it's a lot, which what you do and have to do. What do you do when you have those moments? Because you seem like you really do have it in your mind, like, I'm going to wait, I'm patient, no rush, blah, 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 blah. But as a human being, you still have those desires. I won't say urges. I won't make it that strong because some women will deny it. But you still have those desires. I do. I'm not with anyone, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some nights I'm just like, wow, I wish someone was laying right here next to me. And then I think about the after sex and got to answer all those questions and all this stuff. I'm just kidding, ladies. But like, what do you do? How do you?
No, honestly, and I know this is going to come as a shock to probably a lot of people, but I have, in the 4 years, I've been celibate. So it's a discipline. It's not something that I think about all the time. I know you're probably like, what? Yes. So it's a discipline. I learned how to just kind of, okay, yeah, it's a desire, it's a passion, but it'll pass. It'll pass. And that's basically what happens. I've wound up falling asleep.
Okay,
It's like,
that's
okay, grab my little teddy bear.
I was
I have a
waiting.
body pillow.
You're going around and around and around. I was waiting for you to get to it. Just I'm not going to say all women, but you see me just patiently waiting. All I asked you was what you do, and it's fine because I understand. I totally because again, men and women are different, and even women think that some men need it all the time, and we don't. We have to have it or we'll go crazy. Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Right.
I mean, I enjoy physical. I enjoy romance.
Oh, absolutely.
But
when that person comes along, absolutely. But I've gotten offers, plenty of offers, but I don't want to have a one night thing. I don't want to have a casual thing. So whomever that person is going to be.
Okay, you didn't have to brag and say you have. Right, you didn't have to do the extra. Now you're classy, but you're a little bit cocky right now, Anita. Everything was going good until 3 minutes before the show, and I was plenty, and you came close.
That's the essence in me.
That's the estrogen in you. That's what that is. That's the cockiness. But there are a lot of quickie comments over here. Santa is saying yes, I believe it's self-control. Respectable what you're saying. Yeah, you're getting waves, and that's right. Always nip it in the bud. It's a beautiful thing, and they're laughing, and they're laughing at your little thing because that was very cocky of her, ladies and gentlemen. So I gotta call it out when I call it out when I hear that because I wouldn't be who I am. But it's fine to be a little bit. It's fine to be a little bit arrogant in your home on your couch. So it's not a big deal. Listen, we're at 11. We're like 4 minutes now away from the show. This has been fantastic, but I don't want to get out of here without them knowing how to contact you to support you with your soaps and your makeups and your jewelry. And even if it's got some acting stuff going on, please tell them your social media handles, all of them, so that they can reach out.
So of course, Facebook, follow me on Anita Marie Sparrock. On Instagram is Face by Sparrock. Also on Instagram, you can follow me on Max and Sebi Soaps to learn about the soaps. And I also have my Facebook business page for the jewelry, which is Rings and Things for $5. Rings and Things, number $5. You can also go on the website, ringsandthingsfor5.com, shop 24/7. The same for maxandsebisoaps.com.
That was awesome. That was really, really cool. I want you to say it one more time because I got your close-up on and I can put it underneath you. But that was me. I was so into what you were saying. I forgot to get your close-up. So now I'm gonna get your close-up. Say it one more time.
All right. Well, you can follow me on Facebook, Anita Marie Sparrock. That is my personal page. You can also follow me on my business page, which is Rings and Things for $5. Rings and Things for the number $5. You can shop online, ringsandthingsfor5.com for the jewelry. On Instagram, it is Face by Sparrock. So you will only see photos of me with my makeup and jewelry. And the Max and Sebi Soaps is also Instagram, and then maxandsebisoaps.com, where you can also shop online 24/7.
I didn't mean to mess you up and make you say that over and over again. That was perfect. And you did it in about a minute, which is awesome. Hey, so I thank you so much for.
Thank you. This has truly been a pleasure.
It's been fun. It's been really fun. I know you had to get some things off your chest. Is there anything else you need to get off? Because you still got a minute. Like, I want these guys to know, stop sending inbox penis pictures to this lady. She don't accept them. She don't want them unless you're her boo, her man, a fiance, or a husband. Ladies, you stop it too. Stop sending taco stuff and trying to get her hooked up, because she probably made some really good friends and some females who are interested as well on here because all the hearts that are going up. But do you have anything that you want to tell people or you want to say in 30 seconds?
Absolutely. I think at the end of the day, it's important to know your worth, know your value. Don't make it so easy to be accessible to people where they just feel that they can treat you any kind of way. And just love yourself first. Really love yourself. Have some introspective, and just put God first in everything, and the rest will just flow like water.
Did Deacon James tell you to say that tonight? Did you talk to him?
Absolutely not. I told you, we talk every
I
day.
call his name one more time just to give him a plug. And also Tyreek, who I call Smoke, says, Anita, I'll be knocking on your door for my wallet. Hey, Smoke, it's 11:30. You should be knocking on nobody's door this time of night.
For what is it that he wants?
His wallet.
Tyreek is a hot mess.
His wallet. So good excuse. Good excuse. Good excuse, Smoke. I think you can.
But you know, he's like right up the block from me.
I wasn't going to say that because I don't want them to know people's business. But y'all look out for Smoke running around the hood trying to tap on Anita's door for a wallet. That's a good one, though. That's a good open the line. Knock, knock. You got my wallet. Well, Anita, listen, the time has gone past us. Thank you again so much for
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this has been fun. Hey, Facebook people, thank you guys so much. All 12, 13 of you that are still on. Thank you for supporting the show. And hit her up if you're not friends with Anita. Friend request her. You just know what not to put in her inbox. That's all you know.
Because I will put you on blast.
You sure will. But we ain't gonna mess up my show, so she'll do it on her page. And I see it happen. So as I always say in parting, y'all, please go with God in your heart. Have a peace of mind and have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed tomorrow. And please stay safe.
Yes. Wear your mask and cover your nose.
Please stay. Now you're starting to get a little aggressive. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to just put it up behind me so people can see it at the end. Check yourself and me too. Wear your mask. Good night, y'all. God bless you. I'm sure.
Good night.
Be well, Anita. And people are still over. Let's see what else. That was fun. LOL. OLOL. That's Tyreek. He said he get ready to leave to come to you out. Okay. Love you, darling. Thank you.
Take care.
You too.